Hello, my name is Karen and welcome to this short yoga practice. Let's start seated either in cross-legged position, Sukhasana, or you may have your legs out in front. You might like to place a block underneath your sitting bones or a rolled up blanket, and this will lift your sitting bones and tilt the pelvis forward, and it will allow you to keep neutral spine and prevent rounding up the back. So sit tall, close down your eyes, relax your face, release the jaw, soften the shoulders away from the ears, relax your arms, have your hands on your knees, palms turned upwards or in your lap with palms turned upwards. Feel your connection to the earth, the parts of your body that are contacting the mat. Be balanced on right and left. Relax your legs. So we're grounded into Mother Earth, yet we're lifting up into Father Sky. Poised between these two realms, fully supported by Mother Earth and Father Sky. Bring your full attention to the here and now. Be aware of how you feel physically, mentally and emotionally. Observing without judgment, no wrong or right, simply acknowledging. Be aware of your breath, the inflow and outflow through your nostrils. Breathing without force or strain. Take your attention to the lower belly, and as you inhale, allow the belly to swell and expand. And as you exhale, allow the belly to deflate. Inhale, the belly swells. Exhale, the belly deflates. And pull in just a little at the end. Smooth, even breaths. Allow the breaths to be complete. Be aware of the little pause at the top of your inhalation before the impulse to exhale, and the little pause at the bottom of your exhalation before the impulse to inhale. Switch on the rest and digest nervous system and switch off the fight or flight nervous system by practicing lower abdominal breathing. One more. Gently open the eyes. Let's roll the shoulders up towards our ears, perhaps tense the face. And with the next exhalation, sigh release through the mouth. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears, tense up. And exhale, releasing any tension. One more. Beautiful. Lower the chin to the chest with your exhalation, and with your inhalation roll the head up to one shoulder and just pause here for a few breaths, keeping the shoulders back away from the ears. Open one side of your neck. Feel free to close down your eyes to take your awareness inwards. And with your next exhalation, roll the chin down to the chest. Inhale, roll the head up to the other shoulder and just pause here for a few breaths. And with your next exhalation, roll the chin back to the chest. Let's go all the way around now. Inhale, past the shoulder, lifting the chin up and over. As you get halfway, exhale, returning chin to chest. Inhale in the opposite direction, rolling the chin up past the shoulder. And exhale as you come halfway and back to the chest. And with your next inhalation, lifting the chin. So let's come to all fours for cow and cat pose. So your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And with your inhalation, spread your sitting bones, concave the back, open your chest and throat as you gaze up. Exhale, press into the hands. Arch your back, draw the belly up to the spine. Inhale, roll open. And exhale, arch the back. Flexion of the spine, great warm-up posture, Majuri. Cow and cat pose. Let the breath guide the movement. And with your next exhalation, let's come to child's pose. Sinking back to the heels, resting the forehead to the mat. Lengthen your spine. Take your awareness to your back. Feel as if you're breathing in and out from your back. Let's open the thoracic spine area. So taking the right elbow over to the left, bringing right ear and shoulder to the mat. Left hand on top of right into a prayer. Pressing into the hands and creating a bit of space between and below the shoulder blades. Lower the chin towards the chest. So lengthening the back of the neck. Ensure that your neck is comfortable in this position. If not, modify. Or perhaps skip the posture. With your next exhalation, let's release, coming back to regular child's pose. This time let's take the left elbow to the right, bringing left ear and shoulder to the mat. Right hand on top of left. Chin in towards the chest, pressing into the left hand. Be aware of the opening at the back of the heart. With your exhalation, let's release, coming back to child's pose, forehead to the mat, nice long spine. From here, let's look between the hands and lower the front body. Uncurl the toes. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders. So we come to Sphinx pose. Take a moment to lengthen your lower back, drawing the tailbone towards the heels, uncurl the toes. So the tops of the toes are on the mat, perhaps the knees are off the mat. The shoulders draw back away from the ears. Gently lift the chin, so being aware of your neck. So here we are in Sphinx pose, a nice, gentle upper back curl. With your next exhalation, let's twist round to look at our left side, perhaps catching a glimpse of the left heel. Lower the chin towards the shoulder. With your inhalation, coming back to center, lifting the chin. And with your exhalation, lower the chin to chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale, float the head back up. And with your exhalation, turn to look around. Catch a glimpse of your right heel. Lowering chin to shoulder. Inhale, coming back. Lifting the chin. And exhale, lowering chin to chest. Dropping the head. Inhale, lifting the head. And exhale, let's lower down. Walking the hands back by the chest or under the shoulders. So forward to the mat. I invite you to practice Triyak Bhujangasana now, twisting Cobra. So this time curl the toes under, giving the feet a good stretch. The feet are hip width apart. If you feel discomfort, feel free to practice twisting Sphinx instead, as we were before. And with your inhalation, drawing the shoulders back, curl the upper back. And with your exhalation, turn to look round at the left heel. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, lowering, keeping the elbows hugged in throughout the practice. Inhale, curl the upper back. Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, twisting and looking over the right shoulder at your right heel. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, lowering all the way to the floor. Let's practice one more round. Inhale, curl the upper back. Exhale, twist around to look at the left heel. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, curl the upper back. Exhale, twist around to look at the right heel, lowering chin to the shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, lowering down. So let's uncurl the toes, press into the hands and come back to child's pose. Relax the arms. The triceps got a good workout there. So let's curl the toes under for downward facing dog. With your next exhalation, press up and back. So let's walk the dog, lowering one heel down at a time. Taking a moment to spread your fingers, distributing the weight across the entire hand into the fingers as well as the palm. So by walking the dog, we're stretching the back of the legs, the Achilles tendons. So let's lower both heels down towards the mat now. They may or may not touch. And let's practice a nice twist here. So let's grab hold of our right leg with our left hand. With your exhalation, looking out from underneath your right armpit, creating a nice twist. Stay firm through your feet and your right hand, really spreading the fingers, pressing into the finger pads. With your exhalation, let's release, really grounding through the left hand now and the feet. Take an inhalation. With your exhalation, let's twist around to the left. And with your exhalation, let's release. Coming back to regular Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's walk up to the hands, feet parallel. And let's cradle the elbows in your hands for Uttanasana, forward bend. Feel free to bend your knees, keeping the spine long. Maintain integrity in your spine throughout your practice. And let's release the arms, and in your own time, roll up to standing like a fern unfurling. When you come up to standing, Take hold of your lower back and press your hips forward for a nice back bend. Opening your heart to the sky. And with your next inhalation, let's come up to Tadasana or mountain posture. So standing with your feet grounded, the outside edge of the feet parallel to each other, spread your toes. Feel the weight come out onto the outer edges of the feet and lift your inner arches. Bring the energy up your legs, the tailbone down and under just a little. Lengthen up your spine, pull up from the crown of your head. Open your heart space, perhaps roll the shoulders up and down your back. Stretch out your arms and fingers. The chin parallel to the floor, gaze at eye level, balanced on right and left. The belly gently drawn back and up towards your spine. Notice your waist thin. With your inhalation, draw the arms back and up. And with your exhalation, let swan dive, hinge from your hips. With your next inhalation, look forward, Hatha Uttanasana, flat back. And exhale, let's step back to a lunge. So right leg back. Onto the fingertips, opening the heart space, gaze forward. Let's step back to plank pose or high push-up position. Inhale at the top and exhale, move the body forward and lower all the way to the floor. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, curl the upper back for Cobra. Perhaps Sphinx is more appropriate for you with your elbows under shoulders. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you feel discomfort in this posture, feel free to bend the knees and stretch your back. And let's look between the hands. Bend the knees, either step or jump to the top. Inhale, Hatha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold back in, Uttanasana. Inhale, lead up with your heart. Reach for the sky. Press the hips forward for a back bend. And exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Inhale, draw the arms back and up. Exhale, swan dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, Hatha Uttanasana. Exhale, let's take the left leg back this time to the lunge. Pausing here for a couple of breaths onto fingertips, heart space open. Shoulders away from the ears. Gazing forward. Let's step back to plank pose. Inhale at the top. And exhale, let's lower with control all the way to the floor. Hugging your elbows in. Activate your abdominals. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Warming the body with Surya Namaskar A. Salute to the sun. Notice the body warm up like the sun when you practice. Encouraging prana, life force energy to soar through your body, bringing health and vitality to every cell. Let's bend the knees onto the toes, look between the hands, either step or jump to the top. Inhale, look forward, Hatha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold back in, Uttanasana. Inhale, lead up with the heart. Press the hips forward. And exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, draw the arms back and up. Exhale, swan dive, hinge from your hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, Hatha Uttanasana. Exhale, left leg back to the lunge. Prepare for high lunge, so hug into the midline, tailbone down and under. Inhale, draw the arms up by the ears. Draw the ribs back. And with your next exhalation, let's spin and ground the left foot and lower the arms at shoulder height for warrior two. Bring the right knee out to the right middle little toe and gaze out over your right fingertips. Tailbone down and under, belly gently drawn back and up towards spine. Armpits in line with hips. Great pose to slim the waistline. With your next inhalation, reach through your right arm. Exhale, taking the elbow to the thigh. Inhale, left arm up and over, turning chest to sky, and exhale, arm parallel to the floor. Inhale, arm up, and exhale, returning. Inhale, let's do that one more time, turning heart to sky. With your exhalation, let's turn to frame the right foot onto the ball of the left foot. Let's step back to plank pose. Inhale at the top, and exhale, let's lower all the way to the floor. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, Cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees onto the toes. Look between the hands, either step or jump to the top. Inhale, look forward, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, fold back in. Uttanasana, let everything go. Inhale, lead up with your heart. Reaching the arms overhead. Press the hips forward. And exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, float the arms back and up. Hug the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward. Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, right leg back to the lunge. Prepare for high lunge, Anjaneyasana Asana, hugging into the midline. Tailbone down and under. Inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears. Ribs draw back. Body working as one. And with your next exhalation, spin and ground the right foot. Float the arms down at shoulder height. Look out over your left fingertips. Bring your left knee out towards the little toe. Warrior two. And exhale, let's take the left elbow to thigh. Nice long spine. Inhale, right arm up by the ear, turning heart to sky. Exhale, arm parallel to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arm up, creating a diagonal line. And exhale, returning the arm. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, turning heart to sky, Parsvakonasana. And with your exhalation, let's turn to frame the left foot, roll onto the toes of the right foot, step back to plank pose, inhale at the top, and exhale, let's lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana, shoulders draw back, elbows hug in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find the balance between effort and effortlessness in your yoga practice. A gauge of this is your breath. Is your breath steady? Are you breathing with ease? And let's bend the knees onto the toes, either step or jump to the top. Inhale, Adho Uttanasana. Exhale, fold back in, Uttanasana. Inhale, lead up with your heart. Press the hips forward and exhale, hands at your heart. So let's practice a balanced pose, the one-legged forward bend, or one-legged pose as it's known in the yoga and daily life system. So we're shifting the weight to the right leg and turn the left knee out. Find a drishti or focus point to fix your gaze. So we're taking the foot to ankle, calf, or turned out at the groin. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart into prayer. And with your next exhalation, with spine long, let's start to fold from the hips. Pause at the inhalation. And with your next exhalation, let's go a little bit further until the torso is parallel to the floor. And with your next inhalation, let's float back up with awareness. And exhale, release the leg down. So giving your right leg a good shake. So let's shift the weight to the left leg now, grounding into the foot, and turn the right knee out. The foot at ankle, calf, or turned out at the groin in half lotus. Keep your gaze point. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. Find your breath. And with your next exhalation, with nice long spine, let's start to hinge from the hips and fold. Pause at the inhalation, and with your exhalation, go a little bit further until your torso is parallel to the floor. If you fall out, just come straight back in with a smile. With your next inhalation, when you're ready, let's draw up. Exhale, release, and giving your left leg a good shake. Beautiful. So let's jump the feet out. The outside edge of the feet parallel to each other. Interlace the fingers behind for Parsvakonasana. So pressing the hips forward, inhale, open your heart to the sky. With your exhalation, let's fold. Directing the crown of the head to the floor, sitting bones to the sky. It's a great pose to prevent rounded shoulders. Checking that your neck is nice and relaxed, perhaps gently shaking and nodding the head. With your next inhalation, let's draw the belly back and come back up to standing. Releasing the hands from behind. Let's take a big step up to the top of the mat. Standing in Tadasana once again, standing tall. With your inhalation, let's draw the arms back and up. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, let's step back to downward facing dog. Let's lower to the knees and sink back to child's pose. Connecting with your breath. And when you're ready, let's lift up onto the knees. So practice Parighasana, gate pose. Taking your right leg out to the side and bringing your arms up at shoulder height. So the right knee is in line with your right hip. Take an inhalation, and with your exhalation, let's side bend to the right. If it's okay for your neck, let's turn to look up. Lowering the chin towards the shoulder to lengthen the back of your neck. Be aware of the openness on one side of your body, taking your breath and attention there. And with your next inhalation, let's come back up to center and exhale, taking the hand underneath the shoulder. Bringing the right arm up, inhale, and exhale by the ear. So creating a diagonal line, pressing the hips forward, perhaps turning to look up, lowering the chin towards the shoulder. With your next inhalation, draw up with your right arm and exhale, release. So let's practice a back bend. So windmilling the arm back, taking the left hand to waist or to the heel. Hand to same heel, press the hips forward and release the head back if that's appropriate for you today. Opening the front body. With your next inhalation, reach up through your right arm, windmilling the arms back. Let's bring both legs together once again and lower to the mat for child's pose. Arms by your side, wrist forward to the mat. When you're ready with your inhalation, let's come up to kneeling once again. And this time take the left leg out to the side and the arms up at shoulder height. And so we're prepared for the other side. Take an inhalation and with the exhalation, let's side bend. If okay for your neck, turning to look up, lowering chin to the shoulder. Parighasana gate pose. You may like to mentally repeat to yourself, I am flexible and flowing. My body is flexible and so is my mind. And with your next inhalation, let's draw up through the center and exhale, taking the hand under the shoulder. Left arm up and over with your exhalation, pressing the hips forward. Create a diagonal line, perhaps turning to look up. With your next inhalation, let's draw up with the left arm. And let's prepare for the back bend. So circling the arms back, perhaps taking right hand to right waist or to heel, pressing the hips forward and curling the tailbone under. Release the head back. Open the front body. With your next inhalation, draw up through your left arm, windmilling the arms back. Bring the legs together and let's lower into child's pose. Arms by your side, forward to the mat. So we go from a very extroverted pose to an introverted one. Always finding balance in our yoga practice. When you're ready, inhale and lift the upper body. So let's bring the legs out in front. So let's prepare for Janu Sirsasana, so the one-legged forward bend. So bending one leg and taking the foot to the inner thigh. Pull out the flesh of the buttocks to ground your sitting bones. So with your next inhalation, let's reach the arms up by the ears. And with the exhalation, drawing the belly in, let's fold over the straight leg. Taking hold of the leg wherever you reach. Enjoy the smooth, even breaths.
And with your next inhalation, let's dynamically come out of the pose, drawing forwards and up.
And exhale, releasing the arms wide. Let's lift that knee and take the foot to the outside of the leg for the twist. So taking one hand behind, the other arm across the body, so hook on to the outside of the knee. Inhale, lift tall. And with your exhalation, let's twist around. Improve suppleness of your spine. Squeeze the vital organs of your mid-body, your digestive organs, liver, kidney, spleen. And with your exhalation, let's release. So taking both legs together, let's prepare for Parsvakonasana. So we have our hands behind under our shoulders, fingers pointing towards the body. Point the toes, press into your hands. Inhale, opening your chest to the sky. Going further, lifting the hips off the mat and releasing the head back. And with your exhalation, let's lower the buttocks back and coming back to Dandasana, staff pose, in preparation for the other side. So let's do Janu Sirsasana to the other side. So bending the other leg and bringing the foot to the inside of the thigh. Round the sitting bones, perhaps pulling the flesh of the buttocks away. So with your inhalation, let's reach the arms up by the ears. And with your exhalation, drawing belly in, let's fold over the straight leg. Holding on to the leg wherever you reach, keeping the spine long. So we're aiming to lay the belly onto the thigh. Hinging from the hips, keeping the arms back in their sockets. Feel free to close down your eyes and go within. Let's dynamically come out of the pose. So inhale, drawing forwards and up. And exhale, releasing wide. Let's lift that knee and take the foot to the outside of the leg. One hand behind, the other arm across the body to hook onto the knee. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale, let's twist to the other side. Use your breath to go deeper into the twist. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale, perhaps twisting a little bit more round. With your exhalation, let's release. And taking the leg out in preparation for another round of Parsvakonasana. So the hands underneath your shoulders, point your toes, press into your hands, lift the chest, inhale, perhaps taking the hips off the mat, and releasing the head back. And with your exhalation, let's lower the bottom back to the mat. And this time let's roll all the way down to the floor and be supported by the earth in a supine posture. Notice your heart beating, pumping fresh oxygenated blood throughout your body. Flushing away toxins, dead cells. So let's bring the knees into the chest, gently rock from side to side. Lengthen the left leg out, taking the right arm out to the side, keeping right knee bent. Take an inhalation, and with your exhalation, take that right knee over to the left.
And gently turn the head in the opposite direction, lowering chin to the shoulder. Supine twist is a great way to unwind just before relaxation. With the next inhalation, let's draw back up. Exhale, releasing that leg down. Left arm out to the side, bending left knee, taking the inhalation. The exhalation, take that leg over to the right and turn the head in the opposite direction. Feel free to close down your eyes, taking your awareness inwards, fully supported by the floor below. A nice gentle twist to reconnect with the breath. With your next inhalation, let's draw back up. Feel free to hug both knees in again and rock from side to side. And when you're ready, lengthen the legs out for Shavasana, relaxation. Make any little adjustments so that you can lie still for the next few minutes. Take a moment to lengthen the spine, align the neck with the spine, lower the chin just a little to lengthen the back of the neck. Relax your arms by your side with your palms turned open. Allow your feet to fall away from each other. Let the whole body be relaxed and heavy. Feel as if you're melting into the floor like an ice cube melting on a summer's day. The eyelids just gently closed. Allow the mind to float to a place that makes your heart sing. Take in the beauty of the vista, noticing colors, shapes, textures, smell, sounds. So let's bring our awareness back to the physical body. Take 2 deeper breaths. Bring the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Massage and awaken the spine. Roll onto the right side. And when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat.
Thank you so much for joining me in this yoga practice. I hope you have a great day or great evening. Namaste.